everyone, I am CSGilmore, and this is Darkest Dungeon. So I was doing a bit of grinding, and I went on a quest that is one I haven't really covered yet, that I can remember anyway. Cleansing, or detoxifying as it says here, 3 infected corpses. And I was like, have I covered this? This probably just looks like a normal corpse. Well, I was wrong. These corpses are pretty ugly. As you can see, got tons of mushrooms growing on them. It looks like they were placed out here to die, so maybe as an offering to the forest or the creatures in it. Anyway, so I was given these potent salves to cleanse them with. A terribly strong concoction to counter the effects of disease and infection. So apparently these are kind of proving to be areas of spreading disease and whatnot. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe this is how some of those humanoid mushroom creatures are created. Someone goes and offers up a person or their corpse as a kind of a offering to them, and it grows and becomes animated by the mushrooms, perhaps. You never know. Like, this game could be anything. Otherwise, it's moving along pretty quickly, things are going well, I'm making good progress. Ah, you're gonna poke that. And I'm hoping to have a few new episodes with some bosses again soon. In fact, I'm really hoping to unlock and fight the brigand, whatever the next cannon size is after this. I think it's the 12-pounder? I'm not really sure. I'm hoping to fight that next though. Okay, there's a quest location. And there could be one up there, but this one's for sure one, so I'm gonna go this way. And this is a veteran level dungeon. So, oh, here we have something new. Sort of. A new and an old. Quivering ectoplasm. Looks like a much grayer version of the older ectoplasm. Probably just as annoying. You don't really have a good one for this, but we'll try this and see if it works. Game's being slow. My computer does not like to run my recording software and a program at the same time, it seems. Excellent. So, yeah, definitely a grayer look to these. I really don't want to find out if they have any new abilities, because I don't know if they do, but if anything, they're probably just as annoying as usual. And we are moving on. You can poke that. Apparently a few of my characters have poking problems when it comes to interesting items. Of course, something I'm wondering, given how many mushroom spawning points seem to be all over this forest in general, how does cleansing one corpse make a difference? Does it really make a difference? Because they're kind of, I mean, is this some sort of special mushroom that grows on these corpses? Something that's far more infectious? Because it, I don't know, some of this forest doesn't exactly look friendly. And here, speaking of mushroom critters and mushrooms, hello mushroom critters. Let's see, fungal battery, fungal grabber. I think these are the advanced versions of them, but I don't really notice much difference wise. Of course, that might be due to the light level. Let me fix that. No, they really don't look different. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of this guy first, because if he marks me, then these two will be using a more powerful and more effective attack. If he doesn't, then they just kind of do that groping swipe junk, and that's far less difficult to deal with, all in all. And I brought 2 lepers along here, mostly just, this was a combination of bringing along people that I could get up in level, but also, or work towards getting up in level that I needed to, but also work out who I didn't want to bring, because who I'll want to bring them for the cannon. I'm gonna try a different mix this next go around when I go up against the cannon. I'm not going to bring any Vestals very likely. Partly because I don't think I have a good Vestals in the right range. of ability and everything. I've got some lower level and I've got a higher level one at least. But I don't think I have any like in the 3-4 level range that could go on this mission. But I do have some occultists. So I'm going to bring them, and I'm thinking they may actually be just as or more effective than the Vestals because they have a lot better multi-range abilities to hit enemies near and far. And so that's my hope, is that they'll be able to better knock out the cannon. But I have to unlock the cannon first. Yeah, and part of the reason I'm going on this quest was also because the event it unlocks Sunshine in the Thicket, and I'm thinking that's probably going to be one kind of like airing out the tunnels, which will hopefully make it so that I'll get a bonus going into the mission, like higher damage ratio or something, less stress, something that will make it easier for my characters to take on the cannon and succeed. So yeah, combination of events, and I'm probably rambling now. So I'm gonna be quiet and yeah, just wrap this up. And I'll skip from here on unless I find something else of interest. Or think of something important to bring up in discussion, but I don't think I do. So yeah. Bye!
Give them no quarter.
Okay everyone, I'm back. So I ran into some new goodies. One, we have this blighted giant, which has 102 hit points. So that's a lot of hit points. That's not nice. And he appears to be carrying a tree as a weapon. Not sure why it has rope tied to it, but yeah. And he also appears to be infested with the standard mushroom concoction of blighted plague. Got a fungal battery, nothing new there, but we do have this little person, a tenacious crone. Looks like some sort of witch lady. And she does not appear to be infected by the plague stuff, but I do know she only has 3 fingers. It looks like maybe, I don't even know if she has a thumb. Looks like she has 3 fingers. Of course, it doesn't look like my guys have a full complement of fingers either, so that's just the art style, I guess. Either way, fascinating new critter. Let's see what they do. Alright, they've got pretty good blight resist. I probably shouldn't have even bothered trying that. Let's see how this deals. Doesn't seem to have good bleed resist, so I think this will work. Awesome. Ooh, it's your turn. Confusion spores. What? Oh good, I dodged. So I don't know what that does. Looks like it causes a debuff of some sort. So yeah, apparently it's a giant and it uses those mushrooms in its actual attacks. Unpleasant. Though I suppose that is more pleasant than it clubbing me with a tree. Being clubbed with a tree, never had that happen to me in reality that I can say. I imagine it would be highly unpleasant, though. Let's avoid that, shall we? Let's not club me with a tree at a time. Okay, so you're kind of the curse throw type, huh? Oh, perfect. Criticals and more bleed. I really should make sure I can't upgrade that ability further. I bet it would be useful to be able to get Dismas being able to cause more bleed effects. Oh good. Stunned the lady with all the chanting and whatnot. You're gonna be a pain in my neck. The problem with the lepers is they don't have ranged abilities really. So they're gonna have to hack their way through this guy, and apparently they're going to miss a literal giant with a giant sword. They're carrying giant swords, they're fighting a giant, and they can't hit it. He has a blight ability, poison spores. Okay, this giant is not using attacks I would expect him to use. I mean, he has not even tried to hit me with this tree so far. So, Dismas is doing damage though, so sweet. But he hasn't. The giant has only been using mushroom-related attacks so far. I find that really weird. I mean, don't you? It's a giant. Sure, it's got mushrooms on it. Cool. I can work with that. But it's carrying a giant tree. You would think it would use said giant tree. I suppose it probably does have that attack. It's just working through something, but I don't think it's gonna get the chance because well, it may get the chance if my leopards don't get their act together and start hitting things. But I'm betting pretty well that if I can get a good hit in here, it won't get a chance to swing at me with said tree.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, and the nice thing is it died of play, so I don't have to clear away the stupid corpse. Corpse clearing is always a pain, just because, well, I mean not always a pain. Some abilities do speed you up quite a bit, but having the corpses in the way in the first place is a pain. It's really cool to run into some new enemies here finally. I mean, I guess it's part of it's I haven't really explored the weald on a veteran difficulty all that much. So I was kind of bound to run into some new stuff. Dismas is on a roll. I don't think I've done anything to give him. No, I don't think I've done anything to give him a bonus. Maybe it's some of the items he's carrying. Oh, that's something else I wanted to mention. I can't really show you until it's either his turn or I finish this combat though. So let me wrap this up. I may have mentioned this a long while ago in an older episode. I can't remember. But being the sick, twisted person that I am,
remind yourself that
I made Dismas carry his own head around.
And insidious killer.
As you can see, Dismas's head increases his damage, but it lowers his max hit points. So I countered that with the Ancestor's bottle, which increases hit points. Nice to have gotten some of these items back from. Well, actually, no, I never lost Dismas's head, but I did lose. Was it the Ancestor's bottle? I think it was the Ancestor's bottle that I lost to the Shrieker a while back, and I finally was able to retrieve it. There we go. Anyway, I think that wraps it up for every new little thing to cover here at the time, for the time being. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
The darkness holds
so
much worse than
I'm gonna cut here again, and if this is goodbye for the end of the episode, well, actually, I guess it won't be because I will have that one event near the end. So I'm gonna cut here for now, and I'll see you in a little bit. Hello, everyone. So this episode has a lot more to it than I expected it to ever have, and it's become an official episode now. I'd say I found one of those altars, and we have a grotesque shambler. So this is the veteran level version of the shambler. And doesn't it look pleasant? I'm going to just start wailing on this thing real quick because, well, I'd rather not have issues with losing characters here. Alright, I did get surprised, so I thankfully only shuffled a couple of my characters around, really. Abdoris Advancement. Okay.
Mortality clarified in
Not
a
bad.
strike.
Wish my game was moving a little smoother instead of this annoying slow speed to it. Let's see what these guys. Shambler, Spore. I'm not noticing any difference with these. Are you? I don't see anything majorly different with these from the initial version, and they die just as easily. So, cool. Anyway, new critter, sort of. A bit of old, bit of new. You know what, I'm gonna use this buff. 29% damage and speed. That would do me a lot more good, I think, than some of the other stuff. Than trying to stun a thing with 120% stun resist. Anyway, so let's try that. And this is probably the best approach with this one. Nope. Failed. Okay, come on guys. Let's get this going and kill this thing. I'm hoping it'll use some new ability that will, you know, just to flush this thing out a bit. It's got pretty good protection. Dodge is Yeah, speed. I'm really not noticing much difference with this compared to the older versions. That's kind of disappointing, really. I was really kind of looking forward to running into something maybe new in here, or at least, you know, one of these, but with a noticeable difference. It looks like it's the same color, same everything. Maybe it has more hit points? I can't remember what the other one had. I think it does have twice as many hit points, but I'd have to check. And that's going well. Oh, well, unless it uses something new, I'll just edit out from here on. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you after the dungeon unless something new pops up again. I'm back again, everyone, and this turned out to be exactly the thing I hoped it would be. Sunshine in the thicket. Wholesome plant life has been spotted in the surrounding wood, a rarity in these parts. Plus 33% resolve XP, and plus 15% damage on the next quest in the weald. So, let me take a look here, and oh, okay, I was wrong. It's not the cannon, it's the hag next. I forgot, I still have to go up a bit more for that. Well, hag, still a good, tough enemy, and one that I'm going to want to have that bonus for. So I'm going to take her on next, I think. And so that'll be the next episode. Awesome. And item-wise, where did it go? I killed the Shambler, and I got this lovely little trinket. Ancestor's Candle. Plus 15% damage if torch above 50. Plus 2 speed, plus 5 dodge. Also if it's above 50, and more stress, but also check out that candle. It looks like it's made out of tentacle. Stand made wood. So anyway, that's awesome. I'm loving that. Come on up. Still not getting a new antiquarian. As much as I dislike them, I still want to get that ability, get that antiquarian so I can run through everything with them. And I need to give this guy this ability because seriously, he needs a better ability. So there's that. He's all powered up now with that. Dismiss. Let me see here. Does this... Nope, still won't increase the bleed, but I'll still power up that ability of his. And everything's going well here. So next episode, we take on the hag. It's not the Wizened hag, it's the hag. And awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!